Don't you think of overcoming your lust and living authentically? Aren't you tired of giving in or surrendering yourself to lust, adult feelings, or the state of pleasure so easily? If you want to embrace a responsible, empowering life, all you have to do is live authentically. Because if we know lust, it's usually seen or felt as a very intense desire, sort of like a craving, but in the sexual context. On platforms like TikTok, it comes in kinds of many shapes of forms, whether it's someone being down bad or desperate or being turned on. They all mean and relate to the exact same concept. You are being affected by lust. And often, if you are in a state of lust, even if it's just by a little bit, it will affect your thinking. It will disrupt your rational mind. It will impose on you thoughts that you normally should not have. And then, if you act on those thoughts without thinking, you may end up doing things you regret, such as letting one out, grabbing one out. And we all know after usually that kind of thing happens, you end up regretting it. And regret is a very powerful feeling, something that can haunt you if it's not dealt with properly beforehand. Like if you ever find yourself embracing the thought, oh, that random woman I saw on a social media platform is so hot, she's so attractive, I want her so bad, I'm so down bad. It's the similar idea. It's the same idea. So let us remind ourselves, the state of lust, the feelings of lust, can be controlled and managed. Adding on to that, we have to live authentically, to be true to ourselves, to stick to our standards in order to overcome lust, the word of depravity, in order to wisely understand and accept our inner desires. And at the same time, we always have to remember we hold ourselves accountable for our actions. Even if it's not by thought, even if you do it without thinking, if you go on your phone and open your incognito tab on your phone, you search up an adult website, you watch a few things, and some things happen, you let one out, you are responsible for it. That is something caused by you. You chose to engage in that kind of behavior, and it could have been prevented if you simply did not open incognito tab on your phone. If you didn't type in the first few letters for your adult websites, there are a lot of ways in which that kind of outcome could have been prevented. So why not act on preemptive measures to ensure it doesn't get to that point? Because you all know, if you go on an adult website, you just browse, there's a very high chance you may just end up giving in. All it takes is just one video to watch a single adult video, and you get sucked in, and minutes pass or hours pass, and you just end up regretting it all the same. So what do you feel when you regret it? What do you feel inside of yourself? What thoughts come to you at the time? Because if you feel regret, even if it's just by a small amount, you know deep down, this never should have happened. You never should have rubbed one out, touched yourself, or let anything out. You didn't have to, and it could have been prevented. So what's the key? What's the key of talking and addressing about lust and the state of an authentic life? Let's boil things down. As human beings, you and me, we basically keep and maintain our control and regulation towards our lust. And we continuously stick to our resolves of being true to ourselves. Do you have a resolve? It can be something as simple as wanting to become smarter, or seeking to get into a higher paying job, or at the very bottom level, to become a more respectful person. Even a basic resolve can go a long way to keep your mind and attention away from the lust. It's too easy to give into lustful thoughts if we're not thinking. It's so easy to just unintentionally surrender yourself if you are bored. So why not fix that by sticking to your resolve? Just don't put yourself in situations that will trigger lust. Don't even think of opening incognito tab on your phone, on your desktop, or wanting to have those naughty imaginary thoughts about a random attractive woman. Because let's face it, all of those attractive girls you see on social media platforms, whether it's in the form of pictures or videos, they don't know who you are. To them, you are just another supporter, another viewer, and possibly another cash cow for them. And I'm sure you are worth more than just being a number, than just being a contributor for their wallets. Don't be like that. Be someone special to yourself. But let's focus on the real matter of the hand here. Because when we think of lust, often we think of fulfillment. Being full of lust has this unintentional thoughts or result. If you are full of lust, you are fulfilled. That's not true. That's not exactly the best way to go about it. We don't always need to do the dirty in order to feel fulfilled. You can feel empowered, fulfilled, or invigorated, even by just exercising, going to a gym, lifting those 30-pound dumbbells, or doing 50 push-ups in a row. That right there is something to be proud of. An accomplishment that is unique to you, something that you can look back on and say, hey, you did it. You did something productive instead of being at home and giving into your lustful thoughts and doing lustful things. But as cool as this sounds, as cool as it sounds to immerse in your hobbies and activities with a sense of accomplishment, it needs work. And you need to continuously stay on that path of fulfillment in order to achieve that authentic life. You need to keep doing that focused work, so you will get there at the very end. So if we simplify everything, I like to call all of this, the whole process, it's a journey, a continuous journey. I've said it several times, but it's all important just the same. A journey that you have to continue to proceed on. You have to diversify and figure things out to see what works best for you in terms of your single needs and all of your desires. That is the solution. That is the key. That is one of the great methods in order to build your self-discipline and your inner resolve, so you won't be that kind of guy who spends excessive amounts of time just rubbing one out, only to feel regret all the same. You don't have to be like that. You can be better.